Wow. Las Cruces police officer charged with second-degree murder. The Las Cruces police officer accused of shooting and killing a 45-year-old Teresa Gomez in October of last year while she was driving away from him has been charged with second-degree murder with a firearm enhancement. Wow. Check it out.
This case has secured a lot of attention statewide and nationwide, and it has garnered a lot of outrage.
That case that has been getting so much attention took a new turn today. A Las Cruces police officer is now facing second-degree murder charges, and it's because of what you are seeing right now in his body camera video from back in October, an encounter with a woman that eventually turned deadly. Trevor Thompson is the newest member of our KOB4 team, and Trevor, you were working at an El Paso station covering the Las Cruces area when this happened, so a task force ultimately concluded deadly force was absolutely unnecessary in this case.
Tessa, so we've been following this case, wondering first and foremost if any charges would come down, and then also how long this entire process could actually take. 3 months, though, after that shooting, we finally have some answers. We do want to warn you, though, some of this video is very graphic.
You're trespassing, number one.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It began in Las Cruces about 4 a.m. October 3rd of last year. Las Cruces police officer Felipe Hernandez approaches Teresa Gomez and says she is trespassing outside a housing complex. The interaction quickly escalates.
When I ask you to do something, you gotta step out.
Body cam video obtained by KTSM in El Paso shows about 8 minutes of interaction. Gomez eventually decides to drive away. Then the officer
Oh, I
shoots,
remember this. James D did
Gomez.
he did a story about this a couple months ago. And all she was doing is driving away.
Stop!
3 months later, the Doña County DA announced second-degree murder charges against Hernandez after reviewing a report from a task force investigating that shooting. Hernandez
there was
turned
no
himself
reason
in
for
the
that
same
fucking
day.
dirtbag cop to
Ability
open fire
to manage
when that woman was
protocol
just simply
was
driving
non-existent.
away.
His interactions with her, just on a human level, was exceptionally
It's like a
subpar.
stupid cop to
The
open
DA
fire
says
on
Officer
a
Hernandez
civilian
was
because
not in
there's some
danger
fleeing and they're
when
running
Gomez
away.
drove away.
Felipe Hernandez was not met with deadly force, and Ms. Teresa Gomez was not a fleeing felon because she did not present a danger to Officer Hernandez or anyone else. There was no necessity for him to use deadly force against Ms. Gomez. We looked at self-defense. There was no self-defense.
It was just last month when KOB4 spoke to the attorney for Gomez's family before any charges were filed. Then she expressed concerns about a slow review process in Las Cruces.
And the fact that the city is so institutionally paralyzed and not reactive or responsive to these wrongful deaths is also an issue that needs to be exposed. She was a daughter of the city. She grew up in the city. She knew everyone in the city. She was helping people in public housing who had disabilities. That morning, the morning she was killed by Officer Hernandez.
So we heard from the family's attorney there about why Gomez was at that housing complex that morning. She says that Gomez was there to help people. It was 4 a.m, so there were some questions about what was really happening there.
Yeah, the timing is interesting. So in the body cam video, she clearly tells Officer Hernandez she was visiting a friend. Now, the officer said visitors aren't allowed at that particular complex at that hour. He also then recognizes the passenger in the vehicle is a man named Jesus Garcia. He tells Garcia that he knows for a fact Garcia is not supposed to be at that particular complex based on a judge's order. The DA's conclusion, though, was basically regardless of why they were there at the complex in the first place, they were not presenting any sort of clear and present danger to the public and especially not to the officers.
Yeah, people can see it for themselves in that video. Okay, Trevor, thank you.